Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another writing vlog, because that's what we're doing today. If you are new around here, hi, I'm Vivian. I'm a researcher and a writer, and today we are working on a fiction novel. I wrote a novel under the kind of project code name Project Caramel Latte. That is currently being queried. However, the idea of the book is that it would actually be a series of urban fantasy mystery stories. I am currently writing book 2 while book 1 is being queried. I am a little over 30,000 words in. I am hoping to finish the rough draft by the end of June. That is the goal. I'm hoping that I'll actually finish it a bit earlier than that, but I don't even know if I'm going to finish it by June. There's a lot going on this quarter, and anyway, I am going to apologize a little bit for the roughness of my nails, my lipstick, my office. There is a lot going on right now. I am going to be recording the next 3 vlogs this week, just because I am going to be moving. We are moving house. This was kind of what I was referring to in previous vlogs when I was talking about a lot of just stuff happening that I was having to deal with. We basically got notice that our landlord was selling our flat and we had to get out. And it was very sudden, and this is happening to a lot of people right now, which meant that it was very difficult to even get viewings. We are incredibly lucky that we did manage to find a place, because otherwise, I mean, I don't know what we'd be doing, but we don't have to worry about it because we have a place, and that's nice. It was incredibly stressful, and my heart goes out to all of the people who are still in that situation, because it just seems like there's not going to be a solution for everybody, and that sucks. And I feel for you, and I'm really sorry if you're in that situation, because it was one of the most stressful months of my life. But it's all sorted out. We're going to be moving in a couple of weeks, and that means that I'm going to be packing up my office in just like a couple of days. So I'm going to try to take advantage of my office while I can and record these vlogs. So if you are currently in that situation, I'm hoping that this can try to calm you down. If you are not, then that's great. That's great for you. But let's just have a chill, relaxing time writing. So let's talk about that instead. My goal for today is to write 4,000 words. I typically have kind of 2 goals for the day. So I typically either write until a certain time, or I write the word count. So basically, if I finish early, then that is just bonus free day, or for me to switch to another project if I want to. Probably I'll end up going and packing boxes. But maybe I'll take a little bit of a break, because South of Midnight came out and that game is fun and I want to play that game some more. So we might end up doing that instead. So that is incentive. That is incentive for me to finish my 4,000 words a little bit faster. If not, my goal is to end by 3 p.m. just so that way I have a couple of hours that I can spend packing before I have to make dinner and do more packing. So that's what we are doing today. So we are either working until 3, or we are working until we hit 4,000 words. It is currently 8:57, so it's basically about 9 o'clock, because I've got to go make tea. So by the time we sit down, it's going to be 9. We'll break for lunch at some point. I'm not planning on going to a coffee shop today, but it is me and it's a writing day, so so it could happen. It could happen, but we're going to try not to, because like I said, my office is going to be packed up soon and I just want to enjoy it that little bit longer. So we're going to at least start at my desk, and then we're going to see how we do. So let's go make tea and then start writing. So there is some kind of like railway work or road work or something happening like right outside my house. I can't see it, but I can hear it, and it's like an occasional, I don't know if you just heard that, but I can. It's really irritating. So anyway, I'm gonna put on headphones, but I'm gonna try to leave the sound on for the clicky clacks because I know that some people like that. I am going to be doing kind of a Pomodoro thing. I don't normally use Pomodoro timers for doing work. However, back when I was doing the NaNoWriMo stuff, we would do a lot of writing sprints, and I found those somewhat helpful for at least getting into it. So I might do it at least for 2, doing 20 minutes and then like a 5-minute rest, just to try to get a little bit better into it. But yeah, I'm gonna have on headphones for it, because I don't know if you can hear it, but it's driving me crazy. All right, I just finished the first 20 minutes and I have 1,092 words, which is pretty good, pretty good. I am a little bit worried that I'm gonna do the thing that I normally do, which is like the beginning of a writing day, I can bust out a load and then I just get burnt out after about 2,000 words. But we'll see. I think 1,000 words is pretty nice. So I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to get right back into it again. there you go. All right, another 20 minutes done, and another about 1,000 words. I couldn't quite remember the exact, like, it was like 1,008 or 1,080. I'm not sure which one it was at the end of the first group, but we are now at 2,084 words for this session, like all together. So that's probably another roughly 1,000 words. I am going to take another break. I'm trying to decide whether I should do another 20. I've been using a YouTube video, and they have one more round of 20. But it's also only like 10 o'clock. I might take just a really quick small break again of the 5 minute, but then I might just finish this scene because I'm like really close to the end of the scene. So I might just finish the scene out, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. We'll figure out what we're doing after that. All right, let me turn this off. Okay, I have finished the scene, and therefore we are at about 2,480 words for the day. You're at a weird angle. Anyway, we'll just go with it. I wrote 2,480 words so far today. I have to mark this scene as written, which means that we have about 1,500 words left to go for my goal for today. It is right now 10:15, so it has been like an hour and 15 minutes since my intro discussion with you. Would it be bad to go to a coffee shop? I know that because of the move coming up, I'm probably not going to get the chance to go very often in the next couple of weeks. But like, maybe it's a good thing to not just spend my money on the coffee. I think either way, I need to do a little bit of admin-y stuff. I need to send some emails, basically, and I need to fold some towels that are drying in the living room. And I want to go for a walk, which feels like I'm leading to going to a coffee shop. And I feel like I can do 1,500 words there. I don't know. I will take any excuse to go to a coffee shop. It's fine. We'll do the admin stuff real fast. We will do the other things I have to do, and then we'll go for a walk. And there are people talking outside my flat. And then we'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel. It's not as gross as it looks. I know that it's like a smoothie, and I'm sure some people think it looks really good. But I don't know, green drinks to me always feel very... You know? Anyway. I am back from my walk. Yesterday I listened to like 3 different podcasts, and they all mentioned smoothies, so I was kind of in a mood. I also picked up a pastry for lunch because I can only do so many healthy things in a day. We have 1,500 words left to do. I think technically it's like 1,536 or something. Where's my phone? Found it. Alright, it got deleted. But I think it's like 1536 or something like that. That doesn't seem too bad. The Pomodoro thing, surprisingly, worked quite well. I shouldn't be surprised. A lot of people use it. I'm sure it's super useful for a lot of people. I just find too much structure can be a problem. I'm somebody that likes to just dig in when I'm in and not maybe necessarily take off for 5 minutes or whatever. But it was fine. But I think just because there's only 1,500 words left that I'm just going to put my head down and do it. And if I'm really struggling, then I'll swap back to the Pomodoro thing. But I think with only 1,500, it should be fine. Update on day. It is currently 12:19. So I should be hopefully finished with this by 1, which would be beating my time out by about 2 hours, which is 2 more hours to play video games. Anyway, so we'll see what we can do here. Where are we? Hey! There we go. I don't know what that was. Oh, right. So that's it. I wrote 4,124 words today. So that is definitely my requirement of 4,000 words, which I hit at 1:15. I mean, really, that just means that I have more time to make up all of the assets for this video. But other than that, pretty happy with that. So just to give you like a quick demonstration of where I'm at, basically, if you're at all interested, I am currently sitting at 35,962 words. Oh, I'm so close to toughing over to 36,000. So that's pretty good. So I basically started this quarter with 30,000. I wrote about 1,500 words on Monday. So yeah, bringing us to about 35,000-ish. I think that if I can manage it all, which is a big if, I think at least so far I'm on track for the quarter for finishing by June. Finishing at the end of June was assuming that it would take me about 90,000 words for the book, which is a little bit of an assumption. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for spending a couple of hours writing with me. I'm glad that I did it. I learned that Pomodoros, surprisingly, can work for me. I wasn't really sure, but I think it can, depending on the circumstance and depending on the timing. I think anything more than 5 minutes of a rest in between would have been way too much. Because it was nice to still be semi in the flow of things, but not too far outside of it. That might be something to do again in future. 4,000 words is pretty good for a day. I was starting to get really tired at the end there. I was starting to get really tired, but we managed it, and that's all that matters. The struggle to get there doesn't matter. We got there. That's it. So thank you for being with me. Let me know what it was that you were working on while watching this video in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!